Hello and welcome to this week's Friday SEO tip. The reason that this tip is coming up is because it happened to one of our clients and it actually caught everyone by surprise because it's not a type of hack that we usually see. So most of us are always worried about, hackers going into the website. They sometimes go through, the WordPress or outdated servers or infiltrating into the website itself, which is very serious and very important that you make sure that have tools in place to make sure that the website is safe and secure. But what happened to this other client that we have is that somebody actually um, hacked into their domain registrar. So what happens is that is very, very serious. Main reason being because they can essentially take your website down or they can point your domain name to somewhere else. But in this case, what they did is they actually created subdomains. So in our case, a subdomain is what happens instead of the www. So for us, Boulder SEO marketing.com, a subdomain would be tickets.boulderseomarketing.com. And what these hackers did is they actually created two or three different subdomains and pointed these subdomains to these really bad websites that were, promoting all kinds of junk and crap and so forth. We found out because all of that gets tracked in the Google Search Console. So we saw the spike in traffic through these subdomains. And what happens is that actually ends up hurting tremendously your overall domain score, right? Because now, the domain, the main domain, and the subdomains are associated to a big score, spam score. So one of the really important things that we wanted to outline is that the same level of security that you add on your website, it's important to do that on your domain registrar. So I'm going to show you a simple example. When we start working with clients, we get, to log in information for websites, CMSs, domain registrars, and a lot of times the passwords that we see coming in are, very insecure, password 123 or very simple things. Two things I'm going to recommend. Number one, we here use a tool called 1Pass. And 1Password is a way to manage, let me bring it up here. 1Password. And 1Password is this tool here. It's a great way to manage all of your passwords very securely. There's a lot of different options out there, but this way you can create like these hyper secure passwords that are very, very hard to anybody to use to hack it. So I'm going to show you an example, for example, of the two things that you need to do to make sure that you're securing every single account that you have, but most importantly, the website login information and the registrar information. And you probably want to apply this to your personal accounts as well with banks and credit cards and all of that. So the first thing is when you log in, and I'm going to just log into GoDaddy here as an example. First thing that you want to do is you want to use a 1Password, which I'm not going to show you what the password is here, but this is a very, very complicated, complex password that is securely stored in 1Pass. So the odds that someone is going to be able to hack that are very slim. And then the second thing, which is a must, is to have the second authentication. So there's two-step verification, and that can be done in a lot of different ways as well. So it could be done via email, via text message, via authentication app. And in that way, you make sure that you are getting the second layer of security in there. So by making sure that every system and software and website that you have login information to, number one, you're using a password management system like 1Password, and then making sure that you have the two-step verification on every one of these systems is a way to guarantee that you are going to be secure. This is a very important tip because, for example, in our case, when an SEO is affected because of something like this that happens, a lot of the work that was created is going to take a lot longer to recover, and there is, usually a big hit in traffic because of things like this. So prevention is the key here. Let us know if you have any questions, but this is probably time well invested in going through and making sure that you're using these tools and that you have hyper secure passwords. All right. Let us know if you have any questions. we're always here. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.